Sign up to the SBR Network and use your free daily bet points to earn real-world prizes. Click on the page and start winning now.
Welcome to SBRforum.com on a Wednesday. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Ottawa Senators and Calgary Flames contest. Now, I think the first reaction that most people see whenever they see Calgary on the card is bet against them. But however, you may want to take a second look here because the Ottawa Senators are sort of in a bind here, and we might have a situation where Calgary is worth a look. Now look, the Flames are the third worst team in the NHL. They've been brutal for most of the season. Other than a couple of very, very short stretches, they've been pretty much the worst team in the NHL. Got a group full of no-names, young players. They're in a rebuild. They could be even selling off more parts at the trade deadline, which is on Wednesday. Really, you know, Michael Camilleri is the one guy that people are looking at. But for the most part, this is a team that's looking towards the future. They've lost 3 of 4. They don't come into this game with much momentum. Yeah, we'll get back to why I like them in a second. Let's flip over to the Senators for a second. Senators played last night in Edmonton. They did not look good. This is a Senators team that on paper is a lot better than Calgary, i.e. points in the standings. But right now, there's really not a whole lot of difference between these two teams. When I did the video yesterday about the Senators and Oilers, if you watched it, you heard me talk about this trade deadline and how it can affect this team. It looked like that was a factor last night, and I think it could be a factor again on Wednesday. This is a veteran Senators team that had higher expectations than what has transpired for their season. Remember, they were kind of a tricky playoff team last year, thought that they'd at least be back in the playoffs, maybe build on the success. They are nowhere near the playoffs. Well, I should say they are near the playoffs, but they are nowhere near being that dangerous team, being that up-and-coming team that they were last year, and that's an issue for them. At the trade deadline, they're very likely to be sellers, and that's a bigger issue for them than it is the Flames. Just mentally, when you think about it, veteran team that knows that some of the players that are key contributors, guys like Spezza might be gone, guys like Chris Phillips, and they're going to have to retool on the fly. They're not going to be into this game mentally as much as the Flames will be. They're also in a back-to-back situation. So for those points, and one more point, I like the Calgary Flames, that last point being that the Sens don't do so well in non-conference games, and they got to go out west this season. They're just 7-13, so that goes to show you that they are not a team that likes to play in these interconference games that usually involve more traveling and different time zones than they're used to. So that's it for this pick. Calgary at about -105. Maybe you get them at even money. Maybe you got to pay as much as -110. I'm fine with that. One of the rare times I'll recommend them, but I think they're worth a look in this spot. Thanks for watching this video. We've got other videos on all of the games on Wednesday. There's 4 games on the card. Make sure you click over to all the videos, get all the insight, and hopefully pick some winners from your sportsbook. Thanks for watching.